Hey, hello all. Thank you very much for being back on my channel. This time I want to discuss something that is quite new. Um, I don't know how many of you noticed that after the patch, April 23rd patch, all of the stats completely changed and looks like they make complete rehaul of the statistic in the game. So my point is this time I want to go and explore the Forge with you and review a few components because it seems to me there are no more legendaries in this game. Uh, the masterworks are actually on the same value of legendaries, besides the fact that they are 61 in power and the legendary is 75. So yes, you can get a little bit of extra base power from a legendary, but you do not have anything that justify a legendary to be a legendary, and I will explain why. So I will use one of my configuration to make a kind of a test, okay, or see together what are the differences, because at this moment it doesn't seem to me that there are legendaries, and my theory is that they remastered all the specs so that anything that is, I mean, they don't have a way to fix the legendary drop, so they have to give us a way to become legendary, also to complete the legendary challenges. And I don't know, seems like that they found this alternative solution, which I think is a temporary solution till when the new hires will be able to rework completely the loot and bring a new loot 2.0 that makes sense, and will give us some legendary that are worthy to be called legendary. So let's take a look at this configuration here. Right now 788 maximum power has all legendary installed, okay? But just taking a look at the components. If I go and I look on general favor, look at this. General favor has 145 and 145 on shield, 40% grenade recharge, and 45%. And then obviously may have different inscriptions. So the inscriptions are random, and they sometimes we saw masterworks being better than legendaries just because they were coming with better inscriptions. So let's take a look at the general favor, and let's go and take a look at the general favor masterwork. I want to see. Okay, general favor masterwork. I have a few. Okay, so if you look at the general favor masterwork, as 145, which is the same, 145, which is the same, 40% and 45%. Then I may have, of course, different uh, inscriptions, but there is no difference whatsoever between these two components, besides the fact one is 61 and the other one is 75. But now I want to do an experiment, right? I want to just put random components and make my javelin a full masterwork, and let's see what happens. So feedback loop, I don't think I have a feedback loop. Well, I might. Let's see. Feedback loop. Okay, I do have it. Let's put this. It's still, you know, it was of 25, 20. All the parameters are the same. I already verified that. So emergency power, emergency power, emergency power. Let's put this one, or even this one is better. Just, you know, okay. Still the same. Symbiotic surge. So they have the same name, they have the same statistic, they have the same, the only difference is the color and a power. That's not enough to me to justify um, a legendary, not even close. So symbiotic surge. As you see, 150, 25, exactly the same perks. So, you know, just put in one, doesn't matter. Okay, let's put one. Elemental ops. Elemental ops. Elemental ops. Let's put this one. And Victor Resolve. Victor resolve. Victor resolve. Man, this Victor resolve sucks, but anyway. It's completely the same. 145, 145, the same, exactly the same performance. Okay, now I'm power 704, I'm still legendary, although I have only 4 components legendary. So, Amber Lens. Now the funny thing is that I removed all the Amber Lens because I was using only the legendary before the patch, because there was a reason. The Masterwork Amber Lens was making less damage, so I don't have that. But I do have the Recurring Vengeance. So let's say that I want to check the Recurring Vengeance is 4000. Okay, let's put this Recurring Vengeance. Alright, this is interesting. At least on the Recurring Vengeance they didn't change the damage. Is 3200 versus 4500. So at least in this case seems like makes more sense to keep a legendary. But I want to make an experiment because I want to see if putting everything Masterwork bring me down a Masterwork anyway. So let's put it there, and I know that the legendary is better here. Then let's see about the weapons. The weapons is the same thing. Thunderbolt of Ivenia. Let's see if I have a Thunderbolt. Here it is. So Thunderbolt of Ivenia, for example, has exactly the same damage. Damage 36. Everything is the same, so there is absolutely no difference for me to have a Masterwork Thunderbolt Ivenia or a legendary. So let's say that I put this Thunderbolt Ivenia here. I'm a 676 and I'm still legendary. And Ralner Blaze, just because I have that, I should have possibly a run, or maybe not. Now we'll figure out. Retaliation, I don't think. No, I don't have it. So let's make just an example with another legendary. Let's say that I'm choosing the Cycle of Pain. So Cycle of Pain has 41. Now let's go searching for a Cycle of Pain if I have one. Maybe I don't, because I have one. So it's exactly the same. 41, 350, and 45. Exactly the same. Specific. Sweetness, 10%, 10 seconds. Only the completely random sub-inscription will change. Okay? I'm a 662 and I'm still legendary. Now the last thing I do, I remove even my grenade, and I don't think I had to clean up my inventory, so probably I don't have a last argument. No, I don't. I cannot make the comparison, but I know that is the same. Anyway, let's just try this. Okay? So, I have a full masterwork. I have a full masterwork. I cannot change this one because there's nothing better than the bulwark at 38 value. So I have a full masterwork javelin at level 648, and this is still absolutely a legendary one, which is absolutely weird. Alright, so now that we discovered this, how do we have to take this kind of information? A full master javelin is legendary. Why should I go to try to figure out legendaries right now? I don't need them. Obviously, I understand the point. Okay, so this is a masterwork guy, and we know that we want to have the power higher. Why? Because they said, somewhere we read information and news, and they said that basically there is a kind of base damage value that is given by the multiplication of um, the division of this value um, by 11, and will give the base power damage by 11 because there are 11 available slots. So that's the way the mathematic works in this game, and therefore let's see one thing. um, if I pull my calculator, okay, if I do 648 divided 11, 648 divided 11, 58.9. Okay, so 58.9 is the power level, base, very base power level um, on this mech, on this javelin. Obviously, if I go and check the other one, that could be this one, for example, which is a 788. Now, if we are 58.9 on the other one, so 788 divided 11 will give me 71.6. So obviously there is a change from 58 to 71 for the very base level of damage factor, but to me that is not enough to justify the rush for the um, legendary, the fact that the legendary are never ever dropping, the fact that people is farming in um, Grandmaster 1 because it's better to try to farm and try to get the legendary. Why doing all of this? We don't need legendary at this moment, the way that the specs are being remastered. So I think it's just a way to buy time and give an option to the player and go looking for the challenges. And if I remember, there's a challenge that is related to Epic Masterwork. There was a challenge somewhere that was related to the legendary. I don't remember where is it. Legendary Freelancer. So legendary Freelancer, I suppose that is the legendary Javelin. Maybe. Let's see. Marksman Machine. No. Are different things. But anyway. Yeah, so this is my question. If you want to put comments, etc., if you see it in a different way, if you understood in a different way and you want to correct me, I don't think I'm right or wrong. I'm just showing you my concerns about this concept. We saw a major respec of the entire statistics. I don't see the legendary anymore. Sure, you can drop them. You will drop legendaries exactly the way we were dropping before, because they didn't touch the loot. They have no clue how to fix the loot. So this is my point. We can go hunting for legendaries, but there's no reason for at this moment other than try to improve your very base damage score. And yeah, but that is not going to change your life. Everything is the same. Masterwork and legendary are completely the same except for the power. So put your comments down. Please let me understand why this makes sense. I'm very open-minded, and thank you very much for watching this video.